Hello, and today we'll be playing Connected. So in the last video, we started a new update, not by playing new content, but playing old content of Voltuous, because he got a new sprite now. He didn't have a sprite before, so we played those two scenes again with him having a sprite now. So now we're going to go ahead and start from where we left off in the last video we did back in August. This is when Kai and Eco left the club and were heading to their dorms when they saw a dead body. I'll devour you too. Wicked daggers pierce into every facet of my brain, freezing me in place at the horrific sight before my eyes. My thoughts are compressed down by an oppressive weight, as if being squeezed and mashed into a tight metal box. Blood runs down the corpse's rigid fingers, splattering against my muzzle. I don't even flinch. It seeps into the corners of my lips, tasting like potent venom on my dry tongue. I'll devour you too. The voice whispers through my mind while memories of my nightmare comes rushing back to me like a flash flood across my eyes. Red eyes, broken bones, burning, boiling, dripping. 9 days. 9 days. Electricity surges through the cables, animating the hanging victim to twitch and weave in a macabre dance. I swear it smiles at me, peeling its bloody muzzle into a vicious grin. Eco, come to me. Do not look at it. Do not look at it anymore, little wolf. You must remain in control. I know what hold this must have on your mind, but I assure you, you are stronger than it, Eco. The victims exposed, ribs splurt and pulse as they void themselves of their essence, nothing more than a grisly vestige. Every red rivulet, every shred of torn flesh, every piece of bone seems so chaotic, a converse of suffering blended together by a paw so practiced, creating a masterpiece of carnage. Now, Eco, Kai's meaningless. Let him fall by the wayside, pet. Kai rushes over to me, attempting to whip me from my trance by force. Don't you hear it, Kai? Can't you hear him speaking? It's so beautiful. The silent conversation continues between myself and the disemboweled carcass, commanding me to stay with it. Please, little wolf, please. We must go. It is not safe here for you. I beg you, please, just come with me. His strong arms wrap me tightly as he tugs me away from the gruesome scene, but I resist, fighting to stay with my beautiful friend. I don't want to go. I want to join him. I'm a good little slave. Just a ripple in his pond, a whisper on his lips. Kai looks down at me in horror, unable to believe the words he's hearing. His grip becomes more firm, huffing and snarling as he drags me unwillingly away from the ghost. Only a little farther, my friend, only a little farther until we are in the satial room. Nothing but a pair of red eyes, here to take me home, to the place I belong. With one last grunt of effort, he hauls me to our door, tightening his grip as he navigates the keypad. The door slides shut behind us as Kai picks me up, placing me gently on his bed. Eco, speak to me, okay? You are safe here, little one. I will keep you safe, I promise you this. You must call for help. Can you do this for me, Eco? Can manage a day of pad. We must alert the peacekeepers. His words washed over me, meaningless compared to the visits of the mangled body branded into my psyche. Kai shakes me softly, desperately trying to free me from my star-sick prison. Ego, please, come back to me. Such sadness, such despair. Ego, I beg you, I cannot read. I cannot do this on my own. We must call for help. He pushes the data pad into my paws, urging me to take it from him. Help? There's no help for people like us. There's no stopping them. There is no stopping Red Eyes when he comes for us. He'll devour us too. Arthurian be damned. Okay, stay here, my friend. I will do it myself. Kai washes over and picks up the data pad, his paws trembling as he holds it close to his eyes. His paws frantically swipe over the screen, searching for a way to call the authorities. Where is it? Where is it? The frustration begins to build in his voice, echoing out into his posture as his tail thrashes with annoyance and stress. Where the fuck is it? Curse these useless eyes. He roars at himself, desperate to find the emergency line, knowing full well he's incapable. Kai, he's calling to me. Kai, he wants me to go back. He wants me to play with him for eternity to come. Such a sweet tune for me to listen to, so tilting. Damn it. Kai throws the data pad in a helpless bout of waves, saturating it against the wall, causing translucent glass to cascade across the polished tiles below. He walks over to me, positioning himself across my back as he guides me down onto his bed. It is okay, Eagle. I'm here. I have you. You're okay. Kai places his arms around me, holding me tight against his muscled chest as he gently runs his paws through my fur. Shh, little one. Shh. It's just a dream. Just a dream, Eagle. Nothing's going to get you. You're not going anywhere. Focus on my voice. Come back to me. You're the one in control here, not the words in your head. Fight it off, my friend. You're stronger than this condition. So much stronger. He gives me a reassuring squeeze, his frigid arms enveloping me in a glacial embrace, frigid and cold, like a corpse. My body convulses as I taste the torn soul's blood still lingering in my mouth, siding down my throat like the coil of death itself. I heave a few times before I can lean over the edge of the bed, expelling the contents of my stomach onto the floor. Kai tenses up at my sudden bout of sickness, patting me on the back with a firm yet gentle touch. The pressure in my mind recedes as a wrenching pain in my intestines grows to take its place, slowly allowing my thoughts to return to my own domination. The pressure in my mind recedes as the wrenching pain in my intestines grows to take its place, slowly allowing my thoughts to return to my own dominion. Kai? I feel his paw glide down to my stomach, softly caressing and soothing the fur on my abdomen. Yes, little wolf. I'm right here. I'm right here for you. And I'm not going anywhere. Keep speaking, Eco. Just keep speaking to me. Do not let the voices back in. Kai pulls me even tighter against him, the arctic temperature of his touch a harsh contrast to the pain that whacks my muscles. I still see him in my mind, his chest, his arm, his heart. What happened to his heart, Kai? What the fuck is happening to us? I feel his muzzle sag from side to side over the nape of my neck as he whispers his response. I do not know, my friend, but I do know that it does not matter right now. There's nothing to be done for the poor soul. Kai, is something wrong with me? Why is this happening to me? This can't be real. I just wanted to stop Kai. I can't take it anymore. I just wanted to stop. Just make it stop, I'm begging you. I reach up and rake my claws down my muzzle, drawing deep red furrows through my furred skin, anything to take my mind away from the horror draining itself just a few meters away in the hall. Kai quickly snatches up my arms and tugs them against my sides, not allowing me to move. None of that, my friend, none of that. This too will pass. Just focus on my voice. Let it all flow down the river. Echo. Let it all float away. Float away. Nothing but a dream of a weary mind. Nothing but a dream. I struggled against his clutches for a moment, but resigned myself into his grasp, incapable of wiggling away from him. My ragged breathing slowly becomes more measured, and my senses seep back into my control, heralded in by Kai's touch alone. I feel the pit in my stomach press against my spine like a jagged stone, and the scent of my vomit pierces through the air like a hail of hungry arrows. Kai laces one arm behind my neck, then rests it across my chest as he continues to whisper soothing words into my ears, coaxing me to relax. His tongue flicks out, softly licking at my bristling fur, attempting to lay it flat. Are you feeling any better? The deep rumble of his voice courses straight into my body from his chest like a soothing balm. I don't know. Every time I close my eyes, I see that thing in the hall, and my voice trembles and fades away, my body shuddering once more. Gosh, I think I'm gonna fucking puke again. I know you do, Echo. I know. Death is not an easy thing to see firsthand. His soul goes to be with Ethereum, and there is not I can do to help him. But here, now, I can still help you. Tell me what you need, little wolf. Tell me how I can best aid you. I rest my head against his bicep, allowing myself to relax his arms. Just keep holding me like this, please. I feel his head nodding behind me as his shadow dances across the room, illuminated by the silvering blue blade. Would you like me to remove the mess on the floor first? It will only be a moment, and then I will return to you. I swear it. I gag at the reminder of what's over the edge of the bed, subconsciously recoiling away from it. I simply nod my agreement, unable to formulate the words swirling inside me. He pulls his arm out from beneath me and rises to his feet, taking meticulous care in where he stands. Of course, my friend, I will be swift. Kai grabs a towel from the dresser and soaks it with water from the bathroom before returning to mop up the glass ascendants. After only a minute or two, he finishes cleaning, depositing the glass into the trash and discarding the towel. The putrid smell dissipates, fading away like a fragment of my imagination. He quickly washes his hands and returns to the edge of the bed, offering me his paw. Come, let us wash up. Let us wash out your muzzle, then we can return. I nod weakly, allowing him to allow me to lift me to my feet. I nod weakly, allowing him to lift me to my feet. Kai steadies me as we walk towards the sink. He turns on the faucet, supporting my chest as I lower my head down to take a drink. I slurp eagerly at the stream of water, allowing it to wash away the bile and bitterness. There you are, Echo. That's it. Drink deep. Each gulp works wonders, restoring my faucets little by little. Better, while you wait to return. There you are, Echo. That's it. Drink. Each gulp works wonders, restoring my faucets little by little. Better, are you ready to return now? Kai reaches to support me once again, but puts his arm down, choosing to walk on my own now that I'm beginning to feel more stable. I'm okay, Kai. I'm okay. I step out into the room, moving to his bed. I lift up the blankets and slide myself beneath their weighted comfort. Kai hesitates for just a moment, but clambers over me regardless, nestling against me once more. His knees tug against the back or against the backs of my legs, and he wraps me up in his strong paws. With a gentle pull, he rests my body flush against his, running his paw through the fur atop my head. The constant rise and fall of his breathing, mixed with the steady drum of his heart against my shoulders, serves as a constant reminder of his presence. In spite of this, my mind is still racing, refusing to stay quiet for a single second. The dreams, the star sickness, what the hell is happening to me? The message, the red eyes, the missing heart, and the corpse. I'll devour you too. The threat doesn't seem to hollow anymore, but why the hell would it be saying it to me? Have I been poisoned? Is this some kind of trick? Why the fuck would I be seeing shit like this in my dreams? Panic starts to surge through my body, and I feel myself begin to hyperventilate. This thing is coming for me. Whatever it is, it's going to find me, and it's going to fucking kill me. Find me, shit. I already know, but it already knows where I am. There's nowhere to hide, nowhere to run, nowhere to... Kai pinches me, the sharp pain capturing my attention. I can feel you dwelling on it, little wolf. Let it flow down the river. Echo. Take a deep breath and let it flow. It does not bode well to focus on such evil things. He licks my ears gently a few times, trying everything in his power to get me calm. Can you do something for me, Eco? He gives me a squeeze, enticing me to respond. But what do you want? His breath goes over my fur as he speaks in a soothing voice. Tell me of your home, little wolf. Close your eyes, remember where you come from. But where I come from? Titan? He wants to know about Titan. It's so far. Why would he want to know about Titan? It's so far away, just another pebble in the current, just another star in the galaxy. Why would he want to know about Titan? It's so far away, just another pebble in the current, just another star in the sky. I close my eyes, seeing the image of this emboweled cell discarded in the ceiling like it's carved into the back of my eyelids. The body winces at the sight of it. Well, my body winces at the sight of it, but slowly the image fades away, replaced with the familiar sights of home. I can see it vividly, as if it was only yesterday that I was boarding the ship to leave. The scene is pure as day, and a sense of clarity washes over me at the sweet memory. Titan is wonderful, Kai, truly one of a kind. It seems funny to say, since it's just a dull walk that the sun forgot to shine on, but it really is wonderful. The only real light comes from the stars, like little bright fires dancing across the atmosphere. Meteors and comets drift by all the time, piercing the gloom with waves and streaks of silver and blue. It's snowing, always snowing. Sometimes when you look up, it's hard to tell what's what through the shadows of the sky. Not a day goes by that we have clear weather, but you learn to accept it. I chuckle under my breath as I remember just how different it really is in Zendalir. The snow piles up everywhere and stretches out as far as the eye can see, well beyond the horizon, like someone draped a pearly white blanket over the whole moon. Titan is cold, not like a soft winter night, but biting and harsh, always nipping at your fur, and yet it's home all the same. And the scent, by the gods, the scent, always fresh and crisp, like morning dew on a bright blue flower. Me and my friends on lonely nights would go out in our jackets and lay on our backs to look up at the galaxy just to watch the stars drift by, dreaming one day of touching them. We always imagined what it would be like to leave, what it would be like to start a life somewhere else, far away from the mines, in a place that was warm and bright, a place where the world itself wasn't trying to kill you at every turn. to actually feel a real sun on our fur and experience a warmth that wasn't artificial from some stupid generator. To actually mean something, to simply be more than what we were. To actually mean something, to simply be more than what we were. It was just a fantasy, but it was one that we all shared, even if deep down we knew it was never really going to happen. No one gets off Titan, least of all some band of misfit friends with a dream. One time we were dumb enough to try and save up and buy travel passes so we could move to Earth, but after a few months of working, we realized it wasn't possible. At least, at least not for us. Our antics just seem so silly now. Sometimes on those boring nights, we try to make words. We try to make words and letters out of the clouds and stars in the sky. Like there was some hidden message out there waiting for us to find it. We play a game where whoever found the funniest word won, like a scavenger hunt where we try to make meaning out of the meaningless. We usually the prize was just a snowball to the face, but it was worth it to win all the same, just for the satisfaction of saying you did it. We all knew there weren't actually any words, but we would pretend all the same. It was just a child's game played by kids too old to give a shit anymore. Kids that knew the only thing we had left was hope, nothing but hopes and dreams. I take a deep breath, a painful sense of realization crashed into me. When I was there, all I wanted to do was leave, but now that I'm gone, I truly miss it. I truly do. Now that I'm here, I have a son. I have that warmth I was so desperate to feel, and it feels nothing like a home. It's fake, just as meaningless as the stupid words in the stars. I just want to go home, Kai. I just want to go home. I don't want to be sick anymore. I want to feel the snow beneath my feet. I want to feel the chill on my skin, feel the nip on my nose. I want to see the sky dance just one more time before this disease takes me to a place I can't return from. Kai sighs deeply against me, taking my paw and his, twining our fingers together as his chilly body cuddles next to mine. Nothing's going to take you away. As long as I live, nothing will take you. I won't let you down like I did my father. I swear it, Eagle.
Okay then.
Nothing's going to stay. Nothing's going to take you away. As long as I live, nothing will take you. I won't let you down like I did my father. I swear it, Eagle. His grip on my paw tightens ever so slightly, as if he's afraid I'll drift away too. Just another memory of the river. Titan sounds beautiful, Eagle. I understand why you miss it so deeply. I cannot wait to see it myself one day. Keep remembering the sights of home, my little wolf, and do not look away. Do not dare look away. This will drift away on the waves, nothing more than a dream on a sleepless night. And when the rays of morning light crest the horizon, you will be whole once again. Home, a memory so distant. Now, nothing more than a cold embrace, holding me tenderly by the paw as I fall asleep. "8 days. Soft lights filtering through the window cast shadows on the floor like vines creeping over a brick wall. They dance around my eyes, slowly rousing me from my restless slumber. Kai's chest is still pressed firmly against my back, his arms wrapped protectively around my body as he snores blissfully. My subtle movements alert him ever so slightly, eliciting a soft mumble from beneath his breath. Echo. Sounds like someone's coming out of hibernation.
Moving day.
You're awake. How did you sleep, little one? Do you have another nightmare, or do you sleep soundly? I sigh, relaxing against him as I reach further back to scratch at his bushy ears. It's a bit odd to be this intimate with Kai so suddenly, but I'm not going to complain about it. I don't know if I'd have been able to make it through the night without him, and I really do trust him. No nightmare, thankfully. I hear his chest chuckle with satisfaction at my words, almost like a purr. That is well, little one. As much as I would love to let you rest more, there are things we must tend to. Kai sits up, rubbing at his eyes to ward off the last vestiges of sleep. He reaches over, grabbing my dated pad from my side of the bed. Namely, we must contact the authorities. I attempted to last night, but I was unsuccessful. Here, you must do it for us now. We have waited far too long as is, and I do not wish to incur the scrutiny of the peacekeepers. But right, yeah, that would probably be a good thing to take care of. I reached out to take it from him, pleasantly surprised to see that my paws aren't shaking. The screen lights up at my touch, and I navigate my way to the emergency contact line. Open up. Kai's keen ears immediately perk up, turning to the Kai's keen ears immediately perk up, turning to the unexpected sound coming from the door. The voice has a strangely familiar electric tone to it, like it's being spoken through a machine. Kai tenses beside me, a faint rumble echoing through his lungs. He reluctantly releases me from his arms and sits up on the bed, looking at the door suspiciously. Open the door, now. Stay there, little one. Do not move. It would seem the peacekeepers are already here. I will handle this. Kai gets to his feet and walks over to the invasive sound. Every step he takes practically shakes the floor from his weight alone. I'm coming. Wait just a moment. He swipes his paw across the control panel, revealing 4 peacekeepers standing in the entrance. Their heavily metallic armor glints in the light of the hall, reflecting swords and waves of luminescence in our dorm. The digital screens of their helmets shoot up in tandem, glowing a fierce red as they behold the towering Crypt Wolf standing before them. Step aside, Corteran. We're here for the Solarian. I can see the muscles along Kai's back tense, and his voice comes out with an assertive tone. You do not understand. He is not well. We were just about to contact the authorities when you arrived here. We are not ignorant. We know why you are here, and we are happy to comply, but you must not blame Eco. He is innocent in our lack of report. The fault for that lies with me, and me alone. If you are here for someone, take me instead. I will do whatever you ask. A faint mechanical whirring pierces the tension between Kai and the peacekeepers, their visors turning to one another as they silently communicate amongst themselves. My paws began to tremble slightly from the uncertainty of what's about to happen, like every cell in my body is screaming at me to take action. Dear gods, Kai never called for help. He didn't report this last night. No wonder they're pissed off. They must think we had something to do with it. The artificial bass of the peacekeepers' voices sound off once more with their terse response. Our directive is absolute. We must take the Solarian into custody at once. Stand aside or suffer the consequences. Blaze, you must listen to reason. There is no need for this. The lead peacekeeper extends his kinetic staff, the length of it whirring to life with an electric hum. Final warning. Step aside now. Kai pauses, his inner conscience debating between what is right and what is best. I cannot allow you to take him like this. He is innocent of all crimes. With a twist of his paw, the peacekeeper swipes his weapon down, slamming Kai across the face with a sickening thud. You are under arrest. Kai collapses to the ground, instantly twisting and convulsing from the static shock coursing through his muscles. Kai! I snarl and throw the blankets off me, in a panic burying my fangs as the armored peacekeepers flood into the room like an angry tide. Adrenaline surges through my veins as I prepare for the fight of my life. Kai whimpers in pain on the floor, his body curling in on itself like a wooden animal as I aggressively flip him onto his stomach, cover his paws together behind his back. What the fuck are you doing? Another peacekeeper draws his weapon, pointing it at me menacingly. Get the suspect. Kai roars at the peacekeeper's declaration, drool frothing from his lips as a knee slams to his back. Do not hurt him. Wait. Do not hurt him. Please do not hurt him. His pleading cries become muffled as they force a restraint over his head and lock it tightly, sealing his muscles shut. Tears begin to run down his face as the peacekeepers approach me, his body viciously thrashing around desperately as he tries to protect me. His growls emanate angrily from beneath the restraint as he attempts to get to his feet, unlodging the peacekeeper on his back. Shut up, mutt. The peacekeeper grinds his knee harder into his flesh, and his weapon crashing against Kai's skull. The crip wolf screams in agony from beneath the confines of the muzzle as his whole body locks up, going rigid from the electric pulse. Even still, Kai doesn't give in, desperately breathing as he tries to dislodge the weight pressing down on him. I said shut up. The peacekeeper starts beating him savagely across the back of the skull, every blow causing Kai to roar in pain as the shocks ripple across his fur. Vicious electric lights dance across his body, making him look like a busted cable, whipping around pointlessly on the floor. Blow after blow rains down upon him. He goes limp, but the peacekeeper doesn't stop. Each devastating attack sends a new surge of energy into the room, causing my fur to stand on end. Kai, he's not breathing. Oh gosh, he's not breathing. They're going to kill him. Stop it. Stop it, you're killing him. Please, I'll come quietly. Just stop hitting him, please. I drop to my knees, desperately holding my paws up above my head in pure submission. Anything to get them to stop hurting Kai. The peacekeeper halts his savage assault, his aggression turning towards me instead. One of the armored enforcers charges towards me, snatching my arms and savagely forcing them back behind my back. He pulls out a strange device from his belt, and I feel cold steel pressed against my tendons and bones. A mechanical click sounds behind me, and my shoulders immediately tense up, unable to move an inch. Every attempt to make a move results in a painful shock that shoots up through my paws. They push my face to the ground, and I see Kai's face staring back at me. Kai's body is limp and still. His glowing eyes are blank and unmoving, completely glazed over. Kai? You bastards fucking killed him, you sons of fucking bitches. Please no. Please God no. Ethereum, please, just let him be alive. Please don't be dead. Ethereum, help him, please, Ethereum, just help him. He doesn't deserve this, please just let him be okay. My silent prayer repeats over and over in my mind, begging for some higher entity to hear my pleas, and I swear I see the sword above the bed flicker ever so slightly in the morning light. The peacekeeper gets off of Kai's back and approaches me with another muzzle in his gloved paw. Once the weight is lifted off his back, Kai's lungs begin to expand and collapse, a faint sign of life as he takes rapid, shallow breaths. A sigh of relief escapes my lungs just before the muzzle slides over my head, as well matching the one that Kai is wearing. The metal is cold and unrelenting, forcing my jaw securely shut. Every motion, every twitch of my lips, every breath causes the machine to clamp down tighter like a vice until my fangs are being pressed into my bottom lip. Blood seeps through my mouth, flooding my tongue with a harsh tang of iron and agony. Get on with it, boy. I feel a slap across the back of my skull, and stars dance across my vision as they command me to move. Strong paws hook beneath my shoulders, heaving me to my feet by force. We won't be able to drag that quick wolf on our own. He's too damn big. Seems like he's out cold anyways. Set up the magnetic lift. One of the peacekeepers pulls out some small metallic orbs, placing them underneath Kai's immobile form. He taps them one at a time, and they hum to life, creating a net of electric light beneath his body. As the tendrils of the net connect together, a sharp sound echoes into the room, and Kai slowly begins to levitate a foot or two off the ground, suspended in place by the energy between the magnetic orbs. There is a soft buzz of energy as the peacekeeper walks out the door, with Kai floating There is a soft buzz of energy as the peacekeeper walks out the door, with Kai floating weightlessly behind him, like he's being dragged along by some invisible chain. Where the fuck are they taking us? I said, move it! A paw shoves me from behind, causing me to stumble forward. I land just a few inches behind Kai's unconscious body. I just wish I could reach out and make sure he's okay. My paws pull against the restraints, causing even more stinging electricity to agonizingly surge through my body. The pain groans that course from my chest are barely audible from beneath my muzzle, but I get to my feet and start to walk out into the hall all the same. The peacekeeper leading the group is using a device to control Kai's body as our caravan sets a brisk pace through the university. As we enter the hall, I see a large set of dark curtains cordoning off the area just up ahead of me. The area where I know a fresh corpse is stashed in the ceiling. The faint silhouettes of Xenolarians are moving around inside, no doubt other peacekeepers or personnel investigating the scene. Two hushed voices sound from within, and I can make out what they're saying as I'm rushed past. What could have possibly done this? I've never seen anything like this in all my cycles on the force. This level of brutality is unlike anything I've ever seen before. Keep it moving, dog. One of the peacekeepers behind me takes an aggravated step, threatening me with his kinetic stick. I quicken my pace, not wanting to suffer the same fate Kai did. Only a few moments later, the crime scene vanishes behind us as we round the corner, entering the brightly lit common room. Normally, it's vibrant and full of life as students and faculty go about their business, but now it's covered in what feels like a dark haze. The eyes of the students staring at me are filled with nothing but hatred and accusation, like I'm guilty. Out of the corner of my eye, I see a hint of familiarity that gives me a shred of hope. Atticus and Acadia, the twins, stop doing whatever menial tasks they were occupied with and look up in horror as Kai and I are escorted towards the doors. Atticus reaches out towards me, taking a few shaky steps in my direction, almost like he wants to rescue me from this sticky predicament. Arcadia's paw jolts forward, grabbing him by the shoulder and halting his movement towards me. She shakes her head as Atticus struggles against her, like a parent unable to go to their crying child. Don't go, Addie. Stay here. We can't get involved in this. He whimpers for a moment, tail tucked tightly between his legs, but he relents all the same. His head hangs low, either out of shame or fear. I don't know which. All I know is that it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart to know that Atticus has seen me caged up like nothing, a common mongrel. A lamb being hauled off to the slaughter for a crime I didn't commit. I can't fight back. I can't resist. All I can do is walk and let their shame bathe me in our mutual sorrows. Atticus, I didn't do it. I swear to you, I didn't do it. You don't understand. It wasn't me. Please, Atticus, you have to understand. And meaning the sentiment, the only thing he hears is a deep grumbling snarl from my throat, which comes across more as aggression than a remorseful cry for help and support. The peacekeeper that's leading us arrives at the doors, holding them open as Kai floats weightlessly past, nothing more than a ghost. As I'm shoved out onto the ground, the scorching brightness of Zenith's sun blinds me, causing me to squint as my pupils adjust. The heat crashes over me like a fiery fist just punched me into the gut, wanting to cripple me even further. Even through my squinting, I see where the peacekeepers are leading us. An all-black vehicle of sorts, covered in a type of heavy silvering armor. The rustling windows blow past it, and I see a faint glow of energy glisten around the exterior as some sort of force field reflects even the slightest breeze. With the click of a button on the side of his helmet, the peacekeeper deactivates the energy field around the machine, and the doors swinging open in response as if welcoming me inside. Again. I approach the vehicle, my head bending low, to fit into the cramped space. Even though the taste of blood on my tongue and the scent of metal in my nose, I can sense the stillness of the air in the cabin. It's artificial and putrid, fabricated, almost like I just stepped into one of my hallucinations. The air isn't real. The hard metal beneath me isn't real. This can't be real, even if I know that it is. My soul presses against the opposite door as I take my seat and Kai's body levitates in behind me, still suspended in the air. He's manipulated by the energy enveloping his form, his body turning and rotating like a puppet on electric strings until he's upright in the small confines of the transport craft. His towering head scrapes against the ceiling, causing his neck to bend at an unnatural angle before the power and the orbs vanish, tumbling lifelessly to the floor. With the devices no longer supporting his weight, Kai drops down, landing on the seat. His back folds over, and he crumples bonelessly on top of me. The heavy weight of his head lands in my lap, the hard metal muzzle digging into my thighs. Suspects secured. Move out. With a bang, the door closes, locking out the real world and leaving us in complete darkness. The vehicle makes no sounds, a chariot towed by silent horses as it carries us to our unknown destination. I'm only aware that we're moving because of the subtle tug of momentum clutching at my insides. No sound, no lights, just complete sensory deprivation. My final tie to reality is a steady rise and fall of Kai's chest against my leg. At least he's alive. Thank the gods he's alive. I adjust myself beneath him as best I can, trying to allow his head to rest in a more stable position. Kai gently tilts or maybe twitches so to remind us that he's still breathing. It's gonna be okay, big guy. It's all gonna be okay. We're innocent. We didn't do anything wrong. We didn't do anything wrong. My mind flashes back to the events of yesterday, searching for any possible answer as to why the peacekeepers would come for us so violently. I woke up in the hall and all the bullshit that came with it. Kai helped me to get cleaned up, and then I took a nap for a really long time. Kai said he stayed in the room the whole time, but, oh God, the realization of what must have happened slaps me in the face, and it fucking stings. The body, the corpse, drained of blood, torn to shreds by some massive creature far stronger than the victim. The missing heart, devoured by something that eats meat. It was Kai? They think it was him? Question seeps into my mind like a virus coursing through an unsuspecting host, destroying any and all resistance in its path. No. It couldn't have been Kai. He would never do something like this. He never could have murdered someone like that. He did it. He did it. He did do it, Ego. You know he did. Even though I deny it, even though I refuse to believe that's why we were arrested, I can't help but feel that the sweet and innocent crypt wolf resting on my lap is hiding something. Something dark, something insidious, crawling up as it as it waits to strike from just beneath the murky surface. It was a moments pass by, almost imperceptibly. I grow increasingly more distraught. It's as if I've been locked in a cage with a cobra, and it's only a matter of time before I get bit. I quickly pull my leg out from under him as I press myself fully against the door, desperately trying to get him away from me. With my body no longer there to support him, Kai's head thumps hard against the metal seat. A slight groan choruses from his chest as he begins to steer slowly but surely, regaining consciousness. His eyes open, filling the darkness with the wicked glow of his purple bioluminescent irises. I know he can see me clear as day. I know he can see the rapid rise and fall of my chest as I begin to panic under his deadly gaze. I know he can see the fear running wildly behind my expression as I stare at him, as I stare at the monster in the lover's mask. He blinks a few times, each subtle fall of his eyelids leaving me in momentary darkness before it's replaced once more by his piercing violet glow. I feel him moving beside me, wriggling to press himself close against my restrained limbs like he's trying to leech the warmth from my limbs. His body shuffles about as he bends down, resting his head on my shoulder. The invasive touch causes me to shiver, every tuft of my fur and my body standing on end. I don't have anywhere else to go, nowhere left to hide. It's just me and him. But why does he almost feel gentle? He softly rubs his head against my arm, nursing all the way down to my ears and then back down, almost like he's attempting to soothe me rather than harm me. A trick is a trick. Deception for one with a dark motive. To think that he did something so horrific, something so vile and evil. To think he is capable of something so truly demonic like murdering someone in cold blood is almost too much to bear. It's too much to fathom. I mean, surely Kai is innocent. He is a killer, Iko. He is the one responsible. You cannot trust him. A quiet mumble courses from beneath Kai's metal muzzle. It's such a fitting crown for a king of the darkest abyss, the lord of the blackest nights. Kill him, Iko. Kill him. You have to kill him before he can kill you. I have to kill him. Tonight. Tonight's the night you set yourself free. You want so desperately to be free, don't you? I want to be free so badly. There's a way. You just have to give in to your temptations. Slit his throat. Cut the head off the snake. It will be easy, just as easy as falling asleep, just as soft as the snow on your fur. Use a blade. You know the one. You know what you must do. I know what I have to do. I have to keep myself alive. I have to keep myself safe. He's been toying with me the whole time, manipulating my emotions and my trust so he can seem innocent in all this. I'm just a pawn on his board. He is the mastermind. I'm going to slit his fucking throat for it. Yes, kill the Koteran. Kill the Crip Wolf. Kill the Koteran. Kill the Crip Wolf. Kill the Koteran. Kill the Crip Wolf. Kill. Slit his throat. Dine on his flesh. Bathe in his blood. Take his heart. Bury the body. Devour him, just like he tried to devour you. He ate you, swallowed you whole like a morsel. You cannot allow this to come to pass. You were meant for greater things than this, Iko. You are greater than a death by his paws. Kai's head slips off my shoulder landed in my lap as his vicious purple eyes stare through me, peering into my soul, my very being. A soft whimper permeates the quiet back, reverberating through my pinned legs. Blinking up at me, Kai's body relaxes against mine, made me feel oh so at ease, begging me to lose myself in his coils. Deception. Kai, you're... Kai... The breath catches in my lungs as my throat constricts, invisible fangs sinking into my most delicate flesh. No, Kai, he cares for me. No, you cannot trust him. I can't trust. My eyes close, focusing on the pressure enshrouding my mind, a sensation I'm all too familiar with. I know what you are. I know who you are. I've heard your voice before. Star sickness. I take a deep breath, straightening my back against the seat, determination overriding my fear. This is bullshit. No. No more. It's too much to fathom that Kai could do such a thing because it is too much to fathom. I'm not putting up with this shit anymore. It ends now. I'm not a slave to this disease, and I'm no longer in... I'm not a slave to this disease, and I'm not going to let it control me for a second longer. Not a second longer. I am more than the voices in my head. I am more than what they command me to be, and I am not a killer. I am not a killer. I am not a killer. My paws grip intense beneath their shackles, resulting in yet another painful shock, but I don't care. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm Eco. I'm a Solarian, and I'm stronger than the tricks my minds play on me. My jaw clenches and every muscle in my body tenses as I drive away the plague in my head. I'm the one in control. You hear me? I'm the one that decides what I believe, not you. I decide what's real. My own voice surges through my mind, banishing the doubt and mistrust that's running rampant across the vast plains of my thoughts. This shit is impossible to believe, because it's not true. Kai didn't do it, and I refuse to be a part of it. Kai lifts his head up, staring curiously at my eyes as he senses a change within my demeanor. I can see the concern, the pure desire to help and do the right thing in every way of those two glowing lights. He cares for me. He truly, deeply cares for me, and I'm not going to betray him. I am not a killer. I command my body to move closer to him, not further away, and it obeys without question. Kai's chill seeps through my clothes as our shoulders make contact, and a calm exhale flows out of me, concealed behind the restrictive muzzle. Kai cares for me, and I care for him too. So fucking much. I can feel the softness of his fur, the firmness and strength of the muscle below. This is the body of a protector, of a good person, not a killer. I won't doubt that again, no matter what my mind tells me. We stay like that for a long time as the vehicle takes us to an unknown location, each of us seeking solace and gentle comforts from the other. A mountain and an ocean standing strong together against a torrential rain. Time passes on, stretching out in front of us like a ripple in the abyss, when suddenly the momentous grip in my stomach slowly unwinds as the vehicle grinds to a halt. We stop moving. My world is lit ablaze as the door I'm pressed up against flames open, light floods in from all sides, searing painfully at my retinas. I feel instantly nauseous at the sudden flood of stimulation, like my stomach just did a backflip. I slam my eyes shut to avoid the bright burst of radiance dancing across my vision. Firm paws grip my firm firm paws grip me under my arms, yanking me forcefully away from the safety of Kai's body. Heat crawls over my fur once more, wrapping me up in a burning blanket as I'm pushed from behind. That's it. Keep moving. I can't see a damn thing. I hear a door in front of me, and my feet step onto cold tile a few moments later. Where the hell are they taking us? I hear Kai grunting in pain behind me as the peacekeepers haul us both through what I assume is a series of lengthy corridors. Without me really understanding what has happened, I'm roughly slammed down into a cold metal floor. A heavy clank on my left confirms that the same has happened to Kai. I risk opening my eyes, hoping they've adjusted enough to see after being in pitch black for so long. We're in a room with cool gray walls, a pleasant contrast to the blinding sun. Oh, I'm gonna stop here. So we'll continue with this. Obviously, we'll continue with this later on. So it was very brutal with the way the peacekeepers treated them. I mean, if this was like a Xenilarian who did this crime, I don't think they would have been quite as brutal with them. But I think because they're a species that they don't trust, I think that's the reason why they were so brutal. I mean, largely it was because of the murder, but it was more than just a murder. It was because of a species. And it seems as though Xenolayer, the story talks about them being kind of xenophobic and suspicious, but it seemed to be like a more progressive place, but it was very brutal. I mean, we always saw the peacekeepers, how brutal they can be, and they just almost killed Kai like that. I mean, don't they have a right to trial or anything? I mean, even if they strongly believe that they're the ones who did it, I mean, don't they still have a right to a trial? Because those peacekeepers would have killed Kai if Iko didn't step in and surrender himself. I mean, it's way too brutal. And just they beating up and electrocuted and all that stuff. And just to give a little spoiler what's about to happen, I read the part where we are interrogated by the man we see there at the end. He's the chief for the capital city, and he is way worse. He's way worse, and he just seems beyond reasonable at all. So just to give you a little spoiler of what's going to happen. All right, so this star sickness, I think the star sickness might be some kind of spirit. So it tried to convince Eco or Plover. I don't know if I might change it back to Plover next time, but anyway, it's tried to convince Plover that Kai is the enemy. He's a dangerous one. He's the one who killed that person there at the start of the video, and that he must kill him. And so, what if Kai were to do that, to do what this star sentence wants? Then what? It's only gonna make Kai. It's only get Kai into more trouble because now you killed. Not like Plover. It's only gonna get Plover in more trouble now because he killed Kai, and they got think he did all the murders. And what this star sitting is gonna do then? how the Star Citizen's gonna get Clover out of the situation. He's gonna just say kill more people. Yeah, but it seems like this Star Citizen has some kind of agenda, and it just want it tries to pretend like it's for Kai's best interests. It tries to pretend like it's best for Kai's interests, like it wants to keep him safe, but it really is just using him because it's not talking about what to do after he does. I mean, it's not telling Kai what to do and how to, you know, the consequences of his actions after. He just wants him to just do it. Just kill, kill, kill. Just do it. Without, just giving him any info on the consequences of what might happen. I mean, I think if it truly cares about him so much, it will have thought about the consequences at least and try to at least keep him out of trouble, but all it cares about is doing the moment, that moment of killing Kai. That's all this Star Citizen cares about Ego doing. So, it's clearly using Kai. And I feel like if Kai doesn't control it, then he's going to do something really horrible to Kai. Because he's struggled to control this Star Citizen right after the murder, and he struggled to, and then he struggled to control it this time, the second time, while they're being taken to this chief. So, and plus something's gonna happen in 9 days. So it's not gonna be good. So I really don't believe Kai did it at all. It might have manipulated Kai, and now it's manipulating Clover. But anyway, I don't think Kai is that bad of a person. And I don't think Vultures did any of that either. I mean, they look capable of doing that because they're like huge, like over 8 feet tall, and with fangs, and I mean they're very strong and very large. They could easily kill a Xenolarian because Xenolarians are like 5 to 6 feet tall at most, so they're not really that big compared to Kai and Voltress. So these two could literally, they seem to be more than capable of doing all that, killing and mutilating them with their own hands and claws and stuff like that. Especially Voltress. So, I hope people see how brutal the peacekeepers are. It seems though Atticus and Acadia still believe that they're innocent, and Atticus tried to chase after Kai and Plover, but Acadia grabbed him and pulled him back, which is the right thing for her to do because there's nothing they could do from that point on out, and there's nothing they could do with the situation. And if he tried to do that, then the peacekeepers would have done something brutal to them. So I hope people, as well as Atticus and Acadia, are aware. Hopefully over time they'll be more aware of the brutality of the peacekeepers and the brutality of the officials here when it comes to Kai's people and Plover's people and Rose's people and the other species. Because do they even want this? Do the Xenolarians want this whole reconnection thing to happen, or they just kind of begrudgingly doing it? They don't really want to do it. They just begrudgingly doing it to make themselves look good. But because if this keeps up, some of these species might decide to pull out of this Reconnected program because they're not gonna like their diplomats being electrocuted and beaten up. Now, Kai, there's probably something going on his planet where I think he's kind of got exiled. So if that was to happen to Kai, I don't know if they really would have cared that much because there's seems to be some kind of estrangement between him and his people, or him being exiled, I guess, or him being a refugee, I guess. All right, so see if we can go to the day ahead real quick. Koteran, the primary Canid race on Kotera, lighter in fur compared to equipped wolves and smaller in stature. Inhabitants of the planet Ursidia, the species is not derived from the standard genus Canis, rather they seem to have been descendants of a completely different species of plants known as Ursidae. This is recorded in ancient Solonian texts that survived the cultural purge after the Great Separation. So I guess they're like the bears, I'm assuming. The native species, the Viperans are native species of the Andromeda Galaxy, defined by light black fur and prominent saber-toothed fangs. The only known species representative Vulturus. Height 8 feet 9 inches. So about 9 feet tall almost. A species of jet black canines with countersated fur and natural bioluminescence. Only known species representative Kai Wyken. Height 8 feet 6 inches. 8 feet 6 inches. Wow. Can't speak. So yeah, he's really huge also. 8 feet 6 inches tall. Genilarian. Inhabitants of the planet Genilair are defined by varying colors, but most seem to be predominantly lighter furred and smaller in stature. Most Genilarians stand at roughly 6 feet tall, regardless of gender. However, some can seemingly grow up to be 6'8" Genilarians seem to display a strong distaste towards outsiders and have deeply rooted feelings of cultural pride and planetary superiority. So yeah, that's what we've been getting from Genilarians. Very proud and arrogant people. Inhabitants of the Solonian Galaxy, average height of males 6 feet 9 inches, wide, and display a wide variety of white, gray, and black coloration schemes, high natural muscle density due to increased levels of planetary gravity and environmental variations through the Solonian Galaxy. So 6 feet 9 inches, so that's how tall Plover is here. Probably be a little shorter. Maybe like a little more than 6 feet, but I didn't think it would be almost 7 feet tall, but natural inhabitants are the Xenilarian fox. Yeah. I'm not gonna say reveal everything. All right, so I didn't think MC here Plover would have been that big, like 6'9". Maybe like I thought he might have been like 6'2", maybe a little bit taller than Atticus and and Arcadia, but not by months. But he certainly seemed to be a lot taller than them. All right, so we're gonna continue next time. So this image here, this is a star sickness. It seems as though it has its sights on Kai and Voltus. So I wonder what's going to happen between these two and this sickness thing or star sickness. Anyway, so thank you all very much for watching. Bye.